Welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, Sable fABLE, Bon Iver. New release, no wheel. Duh.
Duh.
Yeah, we're back. Of course, knowing us, we finished a Bon Iver discography, and he's like, hi, there's another album coming. So here we are. Yeah, we listened to the Sable EP when that came out last year. I think that was in October, November or something.
Oh, it's been that long?
I think so. Yeah, this was
Holy
kind of the
cow.
start of this rollout, and then there was kind of nothing for a while. I think he had these long trail cam things set up, but I was not gonna just watch trail cam footage for little hints or anything. But I think everybody kind of had a hunch that this was gonna build into a full album, and here we are. Same cover and everything, just inverted. The track listing is interesting too. So we do have a reaction to Sable, so you can go watch that for our true first reaction. We'll still be listening to them just so we can get the flow of the album, but we'll probably be giving like very condensed thoughts since that's not the main focus of the video today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've heard Sable, and then I've heard Everything is Peaceful Love, but I believe you have heard no singles.
No singles. I'm
Okay.
going into this. I was going to say I'm going into this blind. I've heard the
Besides
first
the
30% of this album, but I'm going in as blind as possible, I guess.
Okay, great. Yeah, he's released like 3 singles and a version of another song, so he's been kind of releasing the whole album, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that. So I'm trying to go in as blind as I can besides that one single. So I kind of get the
That's
vibe we're going for,
interesting.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So first album since 2019, 6-year wait. I'm ready.
Yeah, and I just listened to his
All of
stuff
them.
last year.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting a very long time.
The longest, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we're just going to get started. We're going to do the ellipsis opener weirdo thingy, and then things behind things behind things.
Okay.
It's being revived.
Is that what
Cardiac
it
arrest.
is?
I don't know.
I would like the feeling. I would like the feeling. I would like the feeling. I see things behind things behind things. And there are rings within rings within rings. I can't go through the motions. I can't go through the motions. How am I supposed to do this now? I got caught compiling. I got caught compiling. I got caught compiling my own news.
The intro and things behind things behind things behind things. Things.
Thanks.
Things.
A great film, Things. The intro is probably my favorite intro to anything ever. I love it. I think it is funny. We just did Lucy a couple weeks ago. Intros are very similar in that they're both very shrill. Although the Lucy one is a little longer, of course. But TBTBT, as the kids say, it's a very, very nice song. It's not quite as good as Speyside, in my humble opine, but I do really like it. It has a really nice feel to it. I'm always a big fan when he's using that lower register of his. So very nice. That's what I think of that song in brief.
I agree. Yeah, I think I've definitely grown used to the new mixing and things he's been doing with the EP. The production is so good. I love just the sound of everything. The different channels with the guitars and everything feels so lush and fantastic. Yeah, I think this is still maybe my favorite from the SABLE EP. I just love the sound of this one. So, yeah. Speyside, track 3.
Nothing's really something now, the whole thing should. It serves to suffer, make a hole in my foot. And I hope you look. With what's left of me, as you live and breathe, I really know now what had hold on me.
Speyside.
Very nice. I like that song a lot. I don't know if I have a whole lot more to say because we've talked about this song a lot.
Many a time.
Because we did our reaction recap and we also did a reaction to it. But I do really, really like this song. Something that I've noticed that has really grown on me is when someone is playing acoustic guitar like this and it's pretty stripped back, maybe just like singer and guitarist. And then when they match the melody with what the guitar is playing, I feel like most of the song here does that. And I've noticed that more and more is something that I'm really gravitating towards, whether it be in like, I think the most obvious example might be "Lean on Me" by Bill Withers. Jesus.
Boney.
Yeah, Bon Iver by "Lean on Me" by Bon Iver. Wouldn't that be a nice song? But yeah, that song is just the whole thing. That's not guitar, that's piano, but the piano is just doing the melody with Bill Withers' voice. And this is kind of doing the same thing, which I like. So there you go.
Real. I still love the song. I think the melancholy of it with this and the last song are very nice, and I think the progression on this album is going to be insane. But yeah, I just love how simple it is. The guitar still has so much personality, and I love that we're getting his low voice and his high register at the same time. I feel like that's something I've wanted from him for a long time, but he doesn't always do it that much. So I'm glad he's kind of like more comfortable dipping into that now. So
Yeah.
very good. Okay, I think we're going to do awards season, and then we're going to go into short story. And short story is 2 minutes, so we might go into Everything is Peaceful Love.
All three of those?
I think so. We
Okay.
know award season. You've heard our
We
thoughts
do.
on it. It ends on a cliffhanger, so I want to see where the cliffhanger goes.
That works for me.
I can handle way more than I can handle, so I keep reaching for the handle. What was pain, now is gain. A new path gets laid, and you know what is great, and nothing stays the same. Felt you through me, and every clue you threw me, pointing at me, asking who me. What a start, and let it wash away. With you I will remain. change. We were on our way to be best to face all that comes in gray. It's so hard to explain, and the facts are strange. But you know what will stay, everything we've made.
I know there's something that comes in. There it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot the build at the end.
We're transitioning again.
Oh no!
No way.
Don't go too fast, mama. I'm steady on a rock tripping. Your favorite now by 50, and I'm right at home. And damn if I'm not climbing up a tree right now. And everything is peaceful love and riding. And I know that we may go and change something to burning rain. Is it just coming or going? Or will it hang around for a long, long time? Well, I had too much and not nearly enough, 'cause I'm afraid with that love. 'Cause I still don't know the truth. I'm not climbing up a tree right now. Everything is peaceful love and riding. And I know that someday you may change some way.
Award season, short story, everything is peaceful love.
I'm not gonna say anything about award season. I think it's pretty good, but we've already talked about it. Short story, I was very shocked by. I knew that you said that the one single that you listened to, or did you listen to two? Was it just one?
Just the one we just heard. That was it.
Just
I
the
didn't-
one.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you said that it was very different and it's going on more of a pop vibe in this like second, not even second half, like second 2/3. And I was like, yeah, probably, but like, I'll I'll be the judge of that essentially. And yeah, it is, and it's very very different. Has anyone like tried to do the math? Because I was thinking of like I bet there's something where like the amount of time that the SABLE part is maybe the same amount of area covered by the black square in SABLE fABLE in the
It
album
could be
cover.
that.
That's what I was kind of
It is
thinking.
kind of 2/3. Yeah, that's
And I'm
interesting.
like, there might be something there. Maybe.
We'll get Cole Kushner on the phone. I have his contact info.
Well, if someone finds out, I would be kind of interested. I'm not going to do that research myself. But I was like, yeah. Because, like, while that was happening, I'm like, this doesn't fit at all. Why is this on the same album? And then I'm like, well, there's 2 discs because the Spotify thing has it separated. And then I was looking at the album cover
Yep.
and I'm like, I wonder if there's something to that. There probably is. But man, those 2 songs are really, really good. Really like groovy in a way that he usually is not. Even in something like, I guess Bon Iver is the closest to this. There's nothing like there's like weirdo like little, I don't even know. They're not 808s, but there's some sort of like synthetic drums going on. Almost like Hotline Bling drums. I don't know what those are called. That's not the right word for them, but that's what I think of them as. And while that was going on, I'm like, man, this is just really, really fun. Especially following the like melancholic end of SABLE. Like, this is such a, I guess rebirth might be like the best term. Because I mean, the first thing you noted that it was like a heartbeat monitor. This is like a big rebirth, and I guess there's might be some imagery there, but wow, really, really fun and cool.
Yeah, I think like as a 3-track run, like I give a masterpiece to the run itself, because that is like an incredible kind of sway into this new version of the record now. I think awards season I was really into when the EP came out, but I felt like it was incomplete because there's this weird thing that builds at the end of it, and it felt like I wasn't getting the whole picture. This is
Right.
the whole picture, and it works phenomenally well. I love how like skeletal that track is with him just kind of like diving into alcoholism and all these like harsh thoughts and things, and then short story comes and we have like this true like breakthrough moment, and it just sounds incredible. The production is amazing. You get a fantastic low end and everything in there, and then everything is Peaceful Love is just amazing. Like, this is a Valentine's Day release. It was amazing then, it's amazing now. I love the like blend of R&B and soft rock and this weirdo glitchy folk music that he was doing on like 22 a million, all kind of like congealing into this thing. And it works so well. The music video for it is great. Everything is just so buttoned up with this one, and it's so effortlessly fun, but it's also incredibly complex in the way that a Bon Iver track is. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I love it.
yeah, very
Fantastic.
nice.
All right, Walk Home, track 3 on disc 2, so that's track 7.
It's gonna be difficult. That's great.
On the inside of you. Walk home. Hey. On the inside of you.
Give me right away. There's just no more I can say. Sometimes it's more than I can take. No, we don't need no binoculars, and we can let the light come in.
On the inside of you. Side of you.
And my heart is feeling lost, like you really are in charge. Baby, is this on the rise to my mind? That golden. No, we don't
Walk home.
That was so G dang good. I didn't know that Bon Iver was a soulful white boy.
He's the soulfulest white boy on this album.
I guess so. Wow. That kind of came out of nowhere too, but that was amazing. That might be like tied with Speyside for me. That's like my favorites of the album so far. I love how like chunky those drums are. This might be like maybe his best vocal performance on like a technical level. He's going like all over the place, doing like really crazy runs, which I don't really associate with him. I am like beyond impressed with that. And plus, it's just so G dang fun and groovy and soulful. Just very, very nice. Wow. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, this is fantastic so far. This is exactly like I think the direction I kind of had nailed after the first single, and I'm glad that we're just like completely diving into this because it's so fun and so unique. I know
Yeah.
Dijon's coming up on the record, and this is a more kind of upbeat, flavorful, colorful kind of Dijon where you are mixing that kind of R&B and this kind of glitchy folk together. But he just has a way to like infuse the soft rock. There's some like War on Drugs guitar twinging going on in the background of this song. Vocals are phenomenal. Like it's such a weird slow dance song, but also glitchy and strange with chunky drums that'll blow out like a low end weddings like speaker. Like this is just fantastic. This is Bon Iver to a T. I'm glad we're kind of seeing the side of him because all
Yeah.
the records are kind of sad. We need a happy record. So
Absolutely.
yeah. All right. Day one with Dijon and Flock of Dimes.
Wow.
Been a long while now coming up. Thought we were past it, thought we patched it up. Thought the title had passed hands. Thought we had enough. But the sun's gonna go ahead and take right up. And it got bad enough. I thought that I would leave. Well, I wish you could take that right up. All that shit that rips you right up. And you know that we've been taught all this from day one. From day one.
Some may say that you like the stuff, you burn it down and crack your cups. But you may have to toughen up while learning that love.
Cause I feel a wild one now coming on. I told you to be patient. I swore that I was wrong. So why can't we both just now get to understand? From day one, all this was dry land. Yes, you have just always had you, babe. From day one.
Day one.
That was really fun too. Man, this has just been all over the place in the best way. Man, I don't really know what to say about that one. I mean, it's obviously very, very good. I love the harmonies. I think all of these guys have really, really great chemistry together. I mean, I know Dijon and Bon Iver have like they toured together, right?
I think so.
Like
They
they
at least
have
had
like
a lot of collaboration between the two.
yeah. So I know that like that's established. I don't know who Flock of Dimes is. Maybe you
don't
can
either.
educate me there.
No
Okay.
idea.
Okay. Fair enough. But I think that all of their voices worked really, really well together. I was not expecting. I mean, it's not quite Chipmunk Soul, but it's like leaning that way.
Yeah.
And it is very, very nice. It works really, really well. And I think on paper, it might not. Like if you wrote down like Chipmunk Soul, Bon Iver, Dijon, like choir, like I don't know if I would be like, I don't know. That seems a little bit out there, but they make it work. That's very, very nice.
Yeah, this is almost like an II concept song with the more gospel influence, but he actually kind of was able to wrangle it in a little bit and made it work without it being too awkward or out of place like that record kind of is in a lot of spots. So I'm feeling vilified in that like I'm finally getting like a gospel inspired Bon Iver song that I can just wholly love without anything being attached to it in like a weird awkward way that I kind of feel with that record. Yeah, they all work so brilliantly together. I love that like insane like noised out like almost country guitar that comes in. That is a crazy kind of mixture of things. It's just I can just see his personality just like bursting at the seams on every single song on this, because like 22 a Million I think really showcased how compositionally he is just like above a lot of people in terms of mixing electronics with acoustic kind of folk writing. This we're kind of expanding it and we're throwing pop into the mix and we're throwing R&B in the mix and we're still getting something that's just as satisfying to listen to. So it's even almost accessible, which is almost insane to say because of how crazy a lot of this sounds. But yeah. No misses so far. All right. From track 9, I think. I don't know. I can't count.
You're correct.
Good.
Nothing's really wrong, so from now on, don't let it trouble your mind. Just take my love in your time. No need to hurry. And now it seems we're far apart, but I'm ready. Don't you feel me? Don't you feel compelled? Or you now can just be yourself from now on. Don't let it trouble your mind. Just take my love in your time. Must I be so damn severe? From the vein to the bill, I'd be said before we could become. Tell me you're ready. I can see where you're coming from.
From
That was really, really good too. This is like, this is so crazy. This is such a left turn from him, but I really, really love it. Man, I don't know if I have like a whole lot to say about that one. It is, the keyboard was reminding me a lot, and I think it's very funny that we just reacted to this album, but it sounds like, Into Deep, the
I was
song from
thinking the same
Genesis.
thing. Yeah.
Wow.
There's some 80s going on in here.
There's a lot of 80s
Yeah.
going on. But man, it's still like so experimental and fun. It doesn't feel corny in any way. Yeah, I don't know. I really like that one.
Yeah, that's great. I love the kind of backing vocals from all these different featured artists that he brought in. We had some MKG guitar work on here. I have not heard any of their stuff, but the guitar sounded great. So I just love the kind of soaring atmosphere of the chorus and everything. Yeah, I'm just like ready to shut this video off and listen to it without any interruptions and not having to think, because I think just like I'm losing myself in all these songs. So I have to pull together thoughts in like 30 seconds at the end of these because I'm just vibing. So
Yeah.
Yeah. all right, I'll be there. Track 10.
Where?
Somewhere.
Hopefully he says in the song.
Let's hope so.
Said I'll be there. I won't move.
you there?
That one was pretty good too. I think that one like might be my least favorite one on this side, but I don't think that it's a bad song by any means. I think actually that is my least favorite actually says a lot about how much I like all the other songs. Um, but I think that like it's not quite a retread, but is kind of like kind of playing on ideas that he's kind of already done on this side, especially. So like kind of playing on stuff from like Day One or Walk Home, where it is like these kind of like soulful R&B tracks, and I don't think it necessarily did enough to differentiate itself to really like stand out. But I do really really like it, and I think that his vocals here, and I saw that there was some background vocals by Danielle Haim. I think that they have really, really good chemistry, and I liked the harmonization going on between them. But that's it.
Yeah, I think this is a lot more stripped down than the other ones on this side. I think we just kind of lose a lot of the glitchy stuff, which I think is fine because I like the addition to like kind of a not quite a slap bass, but there's just like a really heavy bass groove that's kind of carrying this one. Yeah, background vocals from Stout. They're fantastic. Like I heard them on the No Name record last year, and that was really great. Or I guess that was 2020. That was 2023. I think that record came out. But anyways, I love their vocals. I think they were on the last track and the harmonies as well. Yeah, I just love the R&B focus on this one. It's definitely going to be one that like I think falls in the track list a little bit. There's nothing that differentiates it too much, but I think when I'm just playing this thing, I'm just like there's going to be no stop. I think when we play this all the way through, I think the vibe's just going to carry all the way through. So I think a lot of the kind of honing in on this track will disappear as soon as I listen to this whole thing. So very good. All right. If Only I Could Wait with Daniel Haim.
Only I could wait. If only I could wait. But before me is a ways out. Can I live inside this state where the summers are serrate now? Can I incur the weight? Am I really this afraid now?
If only you could wait.
If only we could wait. Or is it folded either way now? The karma needs a way. But is it only needs a way now? I have come to learn replace. And I resemble other traits of the Lord. I have rendered other faith. And I've been frowning on the face.
If Only I Could Wait.
Abrupt ending. But I really, really like that one. That one is really, really good. Another one of my favorite things, the dual melodies going on in the third verse. And their vocals just work so well together. And she just fits in perfectly. Like, wow, I was kind of surprised. Because I mean, not everyone can be on like a beat like this. This is like very specific, where it's all glitchy and stuff. And I know that she's in the group Haim, and she was in the
Trio.
hit film Licorice Pizza.
Oh.
Yes, I think it's not her that plays the romantic lead in Licorice Pizza, but it's one of the other members because they're all sisters. So I think she plays the main character's sister. I think they both kind of play their real life sisters on screen. And so that's what I know her from. And I don't know. I think that it is very, very nice. I can see why this was the second single. Because, wow, very, very nice, very impressive, and very cool.
Yeah, this kind of has like top 40 written all over it, but like not in the worst way possible. I
No.
think it works really well. I don't really like duets typically, but I think this works pretty well when it's kind of like one person does one verse, one person does the other, then you come together. It's a pretty classic move. I don't usually like it, but I think it fits really well here. I think in the fact of like he's taking like these kind of, I don't want to say cheesy, but over the top, lovey dovey kind of usual, typical, generic songs that you'll hear, but he kind of Bon Iversifies them and makes them this whole new living, breathing creature on this thing, which makes it feel so good. There's no predictability in it. It's all so true to him, but you can kind of get these hints and feelings of these kind of different genres as you play through here. But yeah, that one's really nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a suggestion.
Oh.
Because I looked ahead, Au revoir is an instrumental track.
Ooh, okay.
So we should probably
Good
do the
thinking.
next two.
Yes, we will finish it out then. There's a rhythm and au revoir.
Can I feel another way? There are miles and miles of tape. You can watch it, it's been saved. There's a rhythm to reclaim. Get tall and walk away. I've had one home that I've known. Maybe it's the time to go. I could leave behind the snow for a land of palm and gold. But there are miles and miles to go. Cause you really are a babe.
Be another build at the last 3 seconds.
Wouldn't that be fun?
They're not ready for Sable, Fable, Gable. There's a
think we're
rhythm
good.
and au revoir.
Very, very nice. I do like just looking at the Spotify streams. You can tell that everybody was like, it's the last song. We need to listen to the last song because those are the best ones. I wonder if that's what happened. It might not be, but I think it is funny that there's a rhythm of the like new songs that nobody's heard yet is like significantly more
Yeah.
streamed than all the other ones. And I think there's a reason. I think there's a rhythm is pretty g-dang good. I don't know where it ranks in terms of last songs. I mean, you have like some real heaters to go up against, but I do think that like just looking at the lyrics, this is one of his more like straightforward songs, and I think is he done? Is this it?
I don't know.
There's a lot of like references to Forema, specifically in like restacks where
You
like
know
he
you're a
brings up
Bon
the
Iver
crow.
fan now when you ask if every single album is his last album, because Bon Iver fans do that with every single one for some reason. But it
I
could be.
guess so. But this one, there's like
Yeah.
specific lyrics and stuff. And it almost makes me wonder where it's like I was not received super well. I know it won a Grammy, but like, come on now. Nobody really likes that thing. And it does kind of feel like, okay, fine. If I'm going to be done, I feel like I need to do one last hurrah and like really, really put my nose to the grindstone. Where it's like the last line in the first verse is like, there's a rhythm to reclaim, get tall, and walk away. Where it's like, people thought I was out. People thought I was washed after that last album, but here I am. I'm reclaiming my rhythm, and now I'm gonna peace out. So it does kind of make me wonder. I'm like, that stands out. But it is really, really nice. Yeah, and then the beautiful synth outro, very Sufjan-esque.
Yes, I was
Where
thinking
it
that.
is just very, very, very long and drawn out, which I think is funny because Sufjan's last album, the last song was "There's a." Wait, is it "There's a World"? What is
Yes.
it called?
I don't know what
There's
it's
a
called, but that
World?
is yeah. I think that's what
I
it's
was
called.
just
I don't know.
There's a world.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of funny that he's kind of doing a Sufjan thing at the end. And the last songs are very similar to each other in terms of their title. I don't know, just kind of fun, very nice, cool, and chill.
Yeah, I think this fits comfortably within the absolute bangers of outros. I think it fits in there nicely with Stacks and all the other ones. I love all the references back to those as well. I think it's very plain spoken. I think "No Need to Crow No More" is just a fantastic line. I just love that. "Leaving Behind the Snow," all these different things, just like this change in mindset, like a fundamental change, like evolution. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to be happy now. It's like there's been true growth and everything throughout all this, and you see it from the beginning of the album being like incredibly melancholic to this point. Everything ties together so perfectly because you're referencing the beginning of this album and you're referencing old albums at the same time. And the vibe of it is just so nice. Like it's not necessarily a bang of an outro where it's like the big climactic moment, but like it kind of rides out this amazing kind of euphoric feeling that we're getting across this whole record here. And I love a little outro and au revoir. I don't know if it needed to be its own track. I understand why it was for playlist reasons. But I think you could probably combine the two. I think they work perfectly together. But yeah, fantastic. The album as a whole.
Very nice. The album as a whole is very good. I don't know. It's so tough whenever we do these reactions where I'm like, how does this sound all together? Because I think the biggest thing going into this, I was worried where I'm like, this is going to be too jarring going from the EP to everything else. But I think, as you said, that transition from award season through Everything is Peaceful Love is near perfect. So I actually think I have nothing to worry about. Listening to this all the way through, it's just going to be a jam, a bop, and a great time. I think this and the new Lucy album being like pretty
Yeah.
positive, fun albums, it's like this is setting up this summer to be very nice,
True.
very pleasant. Not a lot of sad songs, which I think is funny considering the times that
Yeah.
we are living in. Where it's like, I feel like if any time should be dominated by melancholy, it should be right now. But also, I'm happy that it's not. Like, this is really giving a really nice break from everything, and just a really nice celebration of like humanity in both of these albums. A lot of like love themes, which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Very, very good. I'm very interested to see how my thoughts will change on this thing. But right now, it's very positive.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I think it lived up to my expectations, despite like I don't know. There's a lot riding on when you have a 6 year break, but I think the EP was a nice like little okay. Here's where we're kind of going, and then psych, we're not doing that at all. But there's a magical thing where like you kind of put the viewer in this melancholic Bon Iver state in the first disc, and then when you finally get to short story and everything's peaceful love, you earn that kind of feeling, and it makes it so much like easier to get into at that point. So it might be
Yeah.
like kind of it is a risk doing that because it is two very different sides. But I think the way it's marketed and the way it's displayed helps the viewer kind of be like, all right, this is how we're doing it, and it goes over just fantastic. Yeah, everything here is just so colorful. His personality is just on display completely here. I think I just like really muddied the waters in terms of like what his vision was, but this is crystal clear, and I just absolutely love it. The personal growth and kind of allowing himself to kind of feed into these positive feelings and really just like put this out there is really fantastic. Of course, you still get those hits of melancholy, but like the Lucy record, it's real. Like this is like real emotional stuff. We're not just like we're gonna make a happy song and we're gonna make a love album today. That's not what either of these artists are doing, and that brilliance is kind of the nuance from all that. And I think like making music like this in a time right now is like kind of a revolutionary action, just because like you look everywhere else and it's just horror. But
Yeah.
like finding a kind of community and just like a solidarity in a lot of this music, I think it's just really fantastic, especially in the second half, because the first half, I think it is just him. There's no features or anything. And a lot of things are very skeletal. And then you get to the second half and there's collaborators everywhere. There's people on guitar, there's backing choruses, there's all these different things going on. Yeah, it's just phenomenal. I think it's a really, really fantastic album. I'm also curious to see how it grows with me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying the more lighthearted kind of happy music right now. I got a lot of that going, and it's weird because it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it's happening, because like it's been a while since we've kind of gotten stuff like this. The Lucy one was like the first like, oh my god, people still make music like this, and then Bon Iver comes. I think this is a little bit better than their Lucy record right now, but I still have to listen to both of them a lot more. But in terms of favorites, I don't know. Everything's Peaceful Love is still just fantastic. Walk Home is great. There's a Rhythm might be my favorite. An award season I gained a new respect for now in the context of the album. So, yeah, but fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's it for this one. This should be our last new release for a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
We have Billy Woods beginning of next month, so I might hop on that and see. Get my
Little
analytical brain
Sims.
going. Little Sims will be in June, so we got 2 months for that.
Okay.
I think that's it.
think
We
that's
have,
the
we
only
have
thing.
slated. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be more stuff that pops up, I'm sure, but those are kind of what's on the docket for now. But now we're done with
Yeah.
Bon Iver. I would say for a while, so we can do a discography video on it now. So that'll be coming
Finally.
in probably like a month or two, given our schedules. We have one more Fleet
Give us
Foxes
some
little
time to
EP.
digest this one.
Exactly. Yeah. So still structuring that, so give us a little bit for that. But we got one Sweet Foxes EP to go, and then that's done as well, and we can wrap that up. Got one Nick Drake album to go, and we can wrap that up. We got a lot, like 90% done. So we're
Yeah.
gonna start getting a slew of different kind of stuff in terms of discography things. But that's fun. We're getting some.
It is fun.
Yeah. But yeah, next week we're gonna be doing Mac Miller's Good AM. Big change from now, but getting back to our wheel, hopefully for a little
Yeah.
bit. So
I hope so. I missed a wheel.
me too. As much as
I
all these
say
new
that
releases are
anytime.
fun, but I do miss my wheel. If I go a couple weeks without the wheel, I'm like, what's the point?
I know. I think every time we do like a new release, I say, I missed a wheel. We need to get back to the wheel.
We always need to get back to the wheel. That's our message here. There's no wheel in this
Exactly.
album. It's all square, but we're done with that.
That's
So.
my one complaint.
One complaint. Needs to be a circle.
No circles. That's why we're going to Mac Miller next.
Exactly.
But not that album.
Yeah, but his head's kind of circular, the album cover, so I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the album cover is actually pretty similar in that it's just one thing and
One thing.
and a blank cover.
Exactly. But that's it. We got 2 podcasts. If you're into that, they're both in the description. I don't know if you want to do a whole plug or not.
No.
You can read.
Go down there. We have 2 podcasts. One of them I host with Babby, one of them I host with my dear mother.
Yes.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
all I'm going to say. Check them out.
We have all Bon Iver official releases, reactions to all of them on the channel. So if you're interested, go check them all out. But yeah, that's it. I got a really easy setup with this one. So au revoir.